Hello, let's do connections for Wednesday, July 16th. All right, I'm seeing quad, delt, hammy, and trap. These are familiar words for muscles. You have your quadricep, they're traps, right? The ones under the arms. Your deltoids and your hamstrings. We also have cafeteria. That could go with quad, and library and dorm. Is there another thing that would go with that? So I'm not sure which of those is a red herring. I'm going to try this one. Nope, that's okay. Fell for it again. All right, so maybe it's cafeteria, quad, library, and dorm room. All right, let's try that one. Parts of a college campus. All right. So they're doing the thing where each of these goes in a different category. I mean, delt could be delta, you have beta. I'm not super good with my Greek letters, so maybe trap is one of those. Theta, but theta would be adding 2 letters. So I'm not sure about that. You trap something, you surround it, you corner it, I don't know what the other one would be. Hammy? No, we already have trap in here, so it's not going to be hammy, if my theory is right. You camp? I mean, you can camp like in video games where you camp the spawn point just to kill the people over and over again. So let's do that. No, it's one away. Okay, so maybe not camp. Or maybe it is camp and not one of these other ones. Huh. Lambda, isn't that a thing for Greek letters? So maybe lambda, delta, beta, and I'm guessing theta, maybe? Starts of Greek letters, all right. Yeah, it starts. Some of them add 1 letter and some of them add 2 letters, I think. So that was a little tricky. So we did surround, trap, corner, and camp. What would be the other one? If this is to mean like to trap somebody, whatever other word they would use for this. Overdone? Oh, camp, like you're campy in a movie. It's like over the top, you're overdone, you're dramatic, you ham it up. Okay. Exaggerated as a performance. Then trap, tree, corner, and surround. Are they meaning tree like you trap somebody in a tree? I've never heard it used in a verb in that way. Close in on. I've never heard tree used as a verb like that, so I'm not 100% sure about that one. I thought camp was much better fit, but yeah, at least I won, much better than yesterday, much faster than yesterday too. This is under 5 minutes, whereas yesterday's recording was well over a half an hour. I had to edit that thing down so much. I mean, most of it was just me sitting there staring at the screen. Okay, let's see what they give it. 2.8, it felt... I mean, I made 2 mistakes, so I can't really say that. Although, that it felt easier than that. I shouldn't have fallen for the red herring. Although the other one was... They both felt about equally likely to be the red herring, so... I guess I should have thought about it some more. Okay, let's check the bots. Ooh, 4 to 5. All right, this doesn't make... You know what? It does make sense because I'm early and I feel like Greek letters are mostly known because of like sororities and fraternities, and you don't have that in other countries, I don't think. So I think that's how most people know Greek letters. So I can see that one being pretty tricky for non-Americans. I mean, it was tricky for me, but I was never in a fraternity. So my game is not that unique considering I made 2 mistakes. Bunch of people locking in that red herring, I'm guessing. And then probably using camp as well, because it makes more sense. Parts of the library. I bet a huge chunk of these were people seeing both categories, the campus category and the what was the other one? I don't even remember what the thing was now. Oh, your muscle category. I bet. So yeah, I bet a big chunk of these yellow ones are people who did it after trying the muscle category. Yeah, only 3% getting blue first, because blue, tree still doesn't make sense to me. Let's check ever. Blue slightly overtakes purple there. A little bit of a jump to green and then a bigger jump to yellow. Losing game, 16% getting yellow, and then another 14% just getting nothing. A while before you see blue or purple show up. Same with the winning games. Yeah, 35% doing the muscle thing. And then another 27% doing the camp thing. Camp makes a lot more sense than tree. Oops. Yeah, those are the two biggest mistakes, and I did both of them. People not putting tree in these two ones either. They're trying delta or lamb. I mean, people really just not thinking of trees meaning to surround or trap. College buildings, a camp? You know, in some ways, camp can be used to mean a field, but in fact, I think in Latin, that's where the word camp comes from. It meant field back then, I think, back in like Roman times. But I don't know if anybody uses it that way anymore. I guess campus, but they wouldn't abbreviate it without the other ones being abbreviated. Although dorm is abbreviation, dormitory. So maybe, actually. But dorm is much more of a everyday use than camp would be for campus. In fact, people don't really call campus camp. So even though those would both be abbreviations theoretically, dorm makes a lot more sense. Again, another one where people aren't putting tree in, they're putting bet in instead. Literally, like, that makes no sense. And yet people still think it makes more sense than tree. A tree makes a lot more sense for a college campus than it does for trapping someone. Campuses love their trees. All right. I think we're done looking at that. So I fell for the obvious red herring. Not sure I agree with blue still. That tree thing, I'm still a little iffy on. But a W is a W. And after yesterday, I will take it. If you're enjoying the videos, remember to leave a like, subscribe, follow, and let me know how you did today.